we're going to look at aligning and grouping objects. So to start off, go in the object dropdown and click on Align and Distribute. So if you highlight a bunch of objects that are all awkward and misaligned, you can use the alignment tool to center them all on each other. And as you can see, it also jumped down on the page because it's useful sometimes. The reason it did that is because the relative to, which I'm clicking on now, was set to drawing. So if you select it to something else, then you can better control exactly what it's going to be relative to. So here I select this last and center it again, and it all centers on that last circle I clicked on. For this box and circle over here, there's a lot of different ways to align. So you can see you can just align it to the left and right edges. You can line it to the top and bottom edges. You can line it in the middle. So we'll just leave that here. For the gear, I want that circle to be right into the center of the gear so that I can cut them together and put a dowel right to the middle, and I know that it will spin perfectly in a circle. So this allows me to get it perfectly aligned. And up at the top, I clicked on Group Objects, which allows me to keep them together. So now that alignment will never falter. It'll always stay together until I need to ungroup them. So another cool thing that this will do for you is distribute objects. So I'm getting these two outside objects exactly where I want them to be, and then I select all of the objects, and over in the Distribute panel under Align, I can click that I want them all distributed horizontally, middle to middle on each of the middle objects distributed. So it'll evenly disperse them and make all of their middles equidistant from each other. And then I can group them together and then copy it and then paste a whole bunch more down. So I'm going to paste 3 of them in total. And then I'm going to make sure I select all 3 of them, because if I just click it, it'll only select the last one. And then I'll drag one of them down below. So I'll line the top one and the bottom one about where I want them to be, select all 4 of them, even though you can't see one of them, and distribute them. And that will pull them all out and make it nice and even, and then I can center them together so they're all perfectly aligned and perfectly distributed in there. From here, I can group all of these lines of circles together, and then I can grab the shape around them and align all of those circles inside right to the center of that shape. So now I know everything is aligned to the shape itself. And for this last shape over here, similar to before, we can distribute, but this time we can distribute vertically. Another thing we can do is if we select the object around it, the distribution sometimes works a little differently. So try it out, play with it, see what you get. Some distributions might work better than others for what you're doing, but generally this will work for what you need.